Let's say you have a window washer bottle leak on one of these VWs. This is specifically a CC. Most of the time it does not leak from this fitting right here, but let me show you how to loosen this fitting. It's going to be like a clip right here, and you just have to simply walk this clip off. I prefer to do it with a pick, but even just off to the side like that should be enough. If it's like that, and you can pull it out. I prefer to get it all the way out like this though and let it rest. That way you don't mess anything up. Now, maybe you need to replace this washer pump because it's no longer spraying, or it's leaking because the O-ring seals are bad. So we're going to pop it out to the side like this, stick my finger in there and pop it out to the side, and then we're going to lift it. And to lift it, I'm going to go ahead and get one of my little mini pry bars. Just stick it under here, and that's where your rubber O-ring seal is. That's most likely where it's leaking, at the bottom right here. So you typically want to lift it straight up like that. Let it all drain out. Now if you live in a winter climate and you don't have below freezing washer fluid in there, it will freeze and expand and it'll crack this housing, and you'll have to replace this whole thing, and that's not really a fun job. Another thing, if you're replacing this seal right here, you probably also want to replace this as well. So it has 2 tabs on either side, and this is the sensor for your fluid level. All right, so you're gonna push it in, pull the tabs back, and then pull it out. And then, let's see here, that just pulls straight down. It's just a fluid level sensor. And then the O-ring on this will pop out like such. So that can deteriorate and crack, cause a leak right here. This can deteriorate and crack and cause a leak right here. So, see, I just pulled that out with my finger, and the new one, you'll just pop straight right back in. Same with the other one. Just pop it straight right back in, and then to put the motor back in, of course, we already talked about how to take these connectors off. You have to push in first, pull the tab back, and then pull it out. I only have one hand right here, so let's say you plug it back in. Here's the new motor. We should have enough on here to actually get it in there, but if we don't, then you can pop this off right here. And how you get those off is actually with this pry bar that I used. You stick this right back behind here, and then you carefully, I like to go back and forth a little bit. Might not be a bad idea to put a little bit of oil right there. And you'll see it's spreading out. It's not really wanting to come loose. But I got it without damaging that. Anyway, if you want to get that loose, but we're going to put it back on to see if there's enough room. I got it out without popping that off. You can see that there's a chance to damage stuff if you go taking too much stuff apart. So we don't want to pull our wires, but you push it straight up, and then make sure it's straight in the top, and then push it straight down. And then on this one, you can push it in first, or you can push this in first, and then it'll also work that way too. So there we go. Very rarely does this line itself crack, but I'm sure it can happen. Someone's probably got a story of that as well.